Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're looking at GIF or GIPF or GIPF. Do check out my 10 hard to pronounce board game videos in relation to games which are hard to say. So this is a game, it's an abstract strategy game from 1996 by the Belgian guy, I believe, called Chris Brum. There's a number of games in this series now named as the GIFT series of games. And I've got this in shot so that nearly everything is in shot. You can see this hexagon going on here, white versus black. As you can see, not everything is here, just to make sure everything is in enough detail without having to zoom out too much. So the aim of the game is to basically stop your opponent from being able to bring a piece onto the board and then you win. And as you can see, this is quite an old bag. This is probably 28 years old now. And you're going to leave 3 pieces in the bag. If you're playing the beginner game, you're going to place a piece on each of these corners over here with your opponent playing in the other corners as well. Whilst I'm setting this up, make sure you like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you're watching as a short, check out the full video on YouTube too. You can place these either way up, either face up like this or kind of face down. They're easy to pick up if you have this edge facing downwards. And what you're going to be doing is, again, like I said, bringing a piece onto the board wherever you like. So I could bring this piece on here and it's going to move here. I could bring this piece over here and it goes like this. But every piece that starts on the corner, they first then move inwards like this. So everything does push inwards. Nothing can occupy these outer spaces. I think there's something like 37 dots and 24 spaces. So on my turn, I can do this and bring this piece on here. And then it's black's turn and then they can do the same and do something like this. And the aim of the game is to get 4 in a row of your colour. So black might want to bring out this piece. It could do this if it wants to. And then white could choose to do the following. But this is not necessarily a wise move because now it's 4 in a row. It's going to take its pieces back. And now it's black's turn. And black might just do the same kind of thing as well. But then white, for some reason, might bring out this. Black doesn't want to just bring pieces back because this is, in the first of the series of games, can take the longest because people could keep doing that same move, which is a bit of a waste. Now let's just say white does this. And then what black could choose to do is, as an example, bring this piece to here. It's made 4 in a row, so white will get its pieces back. However, let's just say it didn't do that. And let's say it did a different move. I think that was here. Let's say white or black does this. It's made 4 in a row, and then there's a 5th piece. So if you make 4 in a row, or someone makes 4 in a row, and then there's another colour, so obviously an opponent's colour, extending from it, then you'll be capturing that piece. So now black has captured 1 white piece, and that's going to get out the game. And you keep on playing until eventually, for example, white cannot take a turn, it has no pieces left to play, and therefore the game ends and black wins. So it could be the case that somehow or another you've done this, you've got 3 in a row, you've got this here, and then black brings on a piece this way at an angle, which for some people might be hard to comprehend. You've now made 4 in a row again, so you're capturing white. You might be a case whereby you could be making 5 in a row. So let's just say you've got, I don't know, that's here, you've got 5 in a row, white is here, and then you bring this on, 5 in a row, that gets captured. It might be the case you could be capturing 2 of white's pieces. You might be able to capture 3 of white's pieces. And then, of course, those are going to go away. So anything that's extended, if you happen to have a row and it's looking like, let's say, this, then in this case, you cannot extend the line, you cannot push on. But again, you can be bringing pieces on sideways, which is quite cool. Now, again, this is the first in the series. And initially, when I started playing the others online during lockdown, I wasn't as impressed with this one, but it's really grown on me. And my rating is higher than average, at least a 7 out of 10. And I recommend checking this one out to start off with. Again, it can feel a bit slower than the others because unlike the others, the boards tend to kind of collapse inwards and you're more restrictive. In this one, you'll have fewer pieces as the game goes on, which means there's a bit more space, and you could easily just slow down your opponents by making sure you're just bringing on pieces slowly. And if you're just bringing on pieces slowly, what can end up is literally you're not making 4 in a row, even for your own colour, which means that you cannot be bringing your pieces back. So you can, if black is just trying to get 4 in a row, then just because it's trying to get its pieces back, then white could come along and interrupt it by pushing them this way, and suddenly it can't get its recall ability happening. So that's quite cool. So lots of different ways of interacting. There's Yinch, which is quite similar to this, whereby when you take back your pieces, you're placing down another kind of ring. But no, I do very much enjoy this one, and it's definitely a keeper. This is a second-hand game I got, which is why it does look a bit scratched up, by I think Dev & Co, which I'm not sure they exist. But do check out my Hooch videos, such as Comet, which also happens to publish this game as well. also Rio Grande, which I think I also have a playlist for. So that has been GIF. This is in, again, that 2-player playlist. They had a setup, play and review playlist. And also please check out my podcast, as well as Instagram, TikToks, X, etc. over on the description YouTube as well. Thanks for watching. Speak to you again soon. Obviously enjoy this game and speak to you on the next one. For now, back to the table.